So are you struggling with your parallel park? Are you mixing up which way to turn the wheel, if it's left, if it's right, when to use the pedals, where should I be looking, am I going to hit the curb, am I too far away from the curb? Don't worry, you're not the only one. When you learn this for the first time, it can be quite overwhelming because you're not sure what you should be doing and how you should be doing it. In this video, I'm going to show you an easy way to remember what you need to do and when you need to do it. And when you get to your driving test, this will be perfect every single time. I'm also going to show you 2 ways of fixing this if it was to go wrong. So if you're going to hit the curb or if you're too far away from the curb. Most learners, if they feel that they got it wrong, they go back into the original position parked alongside the vehicle which they're reversing around, come back in and do exactly the same thing again, and then just panic and fail a parallel park. I'm going to show you the 2 ways to fix it so you don't need to panic. So these easy reference points. The first thing, we need to be roughly a metre away from the parked car, which we're going to be reversing around. So when your examiner asks you to pull over on the side of the road, what they'll say to you is, there's a vehicle in front, what I'd like you to do is carry out the parallel park manoeuvre, and when you finish you should be within 2 car lengths. So by doing this method, you'll always end up within 2 car lengths. So we pull alongside the parked car, and then what we're looking for then is when we start to reverse, we look over our left shoulder because that's the way we're going to be reversing, and we're looking to see just past the vehicle which we're going to reverse around. Once we get to that point, we're going to stop the car, and then we're going to have a good look around before we turn the wheels and before we move again to make sure that it's safe. As long as it's safe, we're only going to turn the wheel half a turn to the left because we want to go towards the curb. Once we got that turn, we're going to start to bring the vehicle back, and the front end of the car is going to swing out to the right. So we need to keep checking the right side of the car to make sure nothing's coming. We then use our right door mirror, and what we're looking for is the curb behind the car to be roughly halfway up the height of the car. Once we reach that point, we're going to stop again, and then because we've stopped, we can have a good look around again. So now we want to go back in a straight line. So because we turned the wheel to the left to start with, we now need to turn the wheel to the right. And remember, you've only done half a turn, so the wheel just needs to be straight again. When we start to reverse back, or just before we start to reverse back, we're going to look around the car again, but this time focus more on the left-hand side. Make sure nothing's coming around you, but focus more on the left-hand side. And then as we start to move back, you're going to use your left door mirror, and you're going to see a little triangle on the floor, and that triangle is at some point is going to start to vanish. When it starts to vanish, you're going to turn the wheel again now to move away from the curb. So we turn it to the right. So exactly the same as if you're going forward. If you want to come away from the curb, you move the wheel to the right. So half a turn to the right, and then you'll start to see the curb reappear. If it doesn't, we can always give it another half a turn. And this is why this method works, is because you never run out of steering. As the car starts to come in, and you can see the curb reappearing and the car's getting nice and parallel, you're going to look at the vehicle in front of you, and as soon as you look straight, you're just going to stop the car, you're going to put the handbrake on, you're going to put it into neutral, and then straighten the wheels up. So because you've turned away from the curb, now you need to turn the wheel back towards the curb to get the wheel straight again. At that point, the manoeuvre is over, and you should be around 6 inches away from the curb, which is more than enough for your driving test. The driving tests, as long as you're within half a metre, which is quite a big space, is acceptable, as the highway code says that whenever you park the car, you should be within half a metre. So as long as you're within half a metre, then it will be fine. The examiner at that point may look out the mirror just to have a look how far away from the curb. They might open up the door, but then they'll say, are you finished? If you think you're within half a metre and you're nice and straight, just leave it alone. Just say, I'm happy with that. So then now the examiner will turn around to you and say, okay, so I won't be asking you to do that again. I'd like you to move away when you are ready. So we're going to have a look at doing this parallel park now, looking at these reference points. Okay, so we have a vehicle in front of us and we're going to pull alongside roughly half a metre. So before we move away, good look around the car. Don't use your indicators to move out on this one, because if something is coming like it is now and they allow you out and then you stop in the middle of the road, they're not going to be very happy. So we don't need to use indicators for this manoeuvre unless we're stuck in the middle of the road and something comes towards us from the front or from the rear. So I've got a vehicle coming towards me now, so I'm just going to wait for it to go past. And I'm just checking around the car just to make sure I know what's happening. Now I've got another van, so I'm just going to wait for it. And this is what the examiners are looking for when you do your parallel park, is that you're observant and you know what's going on around you. So now I'm going to move away, final check, and I need to be roughly a metre away from this parked car. And if you just try and get, so the front end of the car is roughly halfway up your door, just so it gives you a little bit of space so you know what you're doing. So I'm going to pop her into reverse. I'm not going to use the indicators at the moment because nobody's going to benefit from them. So I've got reverse, so everybody knows what I'm doing. So I'm going to have a little look around, make sure it's all safe. And then I'm looking to be able to see past the car, which is on my left hand side, so just straight past that car. At this point, I'm going to half a turn. Now I'm going to put my indicator on because I've got a vehicle coming towards me, so they know that I'm double parked for a second. And a little look around again, make sure I know what's happening. Now I'm going to be looking in my right door mirror, and the curb is roughly halfway up the car. So at this point I'm going to stop, straighten the wheels. Another good look around. It's a vehicle coming from the rear, so I'm just going to put my left indicator on. Just going to wait for a second. They're waiting for me. So now I'm looking for the triangle on the floor. I'm going to stop there while it goes round me. Just as that triangle starts to vanish, I'm going to turn half a turn to the right. If I think I'm going to hit the curb, I'm just going to turn an extra half a turn. So this is the reason why we only do half a turn. Once I look straight, I'm going to look in front. Car looks pretty parallel with the car in front. So I'm going to turn the wheels back. And I've got enough room to get back out. So now I can put the handbrake on, put into neutral, and now relax. So now I'm going to try the manoeuvre again, but this time try and keep the car moving throughout the manoeuvre. There's vehicles coming around me, so I'm just going to wait for them to go first. And pick first gear, good look around, make sure I know what's happening. Final check. So roughly a metre away. Checking my mirrors. There's nothing coming this time. Straight into reverse. Good look around. I'm not going to use the indicator this time because nobody's going to see it. I can see behind the car, so checking over my right shoulder. So I'm looking for the curb now to be roughly halfway up the car. Once it's there, straighten the wheel, so half a turn. Now I'm looking at the triangle on the floor. Just as it's about to vanish, half a turn. Keep scanning round. It's a lot better this time, but I'm just going to give that final tweak, half a turn. Once the car is straight, straighten the wheels up, plenty of room to get back out. If I want to come past this driveway, which is on my left, I'm just going to reverse back just a little bit, but nice and straight. So that's how we do the parallel park. And now I'm going to show you how to fix it if it goes wrong. So first off, I'm going to come in and hit the curb first. So again, just wait for everything to make sure it's clear. So into reverse, good look around. So I'm going to do the half turn. So now what I'm going to do is just straighten the wheels up there. Keep checking around. Now I'm going to just turn the wheel a quarter turn, so the car's going to hit the curb. Now, as long as you don't hit the curb with force, you're fine. If you mount the pavement, the examiners will fail you. So the back wheel's just about on the curb. So what most learners do at this point now, they'll go back out and then they'll restart and then do the same mistake again. But the fix for this is just to put into first gear, spin the wheels to the left, good look around. Now as you move forward, the front end of the car is going to go in and the back end of the car is going to come away from the curb. When you look straight with the car in front, turn the wheels back, stop the car, handbrake on, into neutral. So that's how you fix it if you're going to hit the curb. Now we're going to have a look at fixing it if we are too far away from the curb. So if you're oversteering. So good look around before we move away. There's a vehicle coming towards me, so I'm going to wait for it. And I'm going to start to move away now. So the final check. So this time we're going to be too far away from the curb when we finish. And I'll show you the fix for that one. So good look around. Make sure everything's safe. So I'm going to do my half turn. Now I'm going to do my turn at this point now, just so I'm coming in a lot shallower. And then I'm going to do a turn again now. So I'm too far away from the curb. Main focus here is get the car straight. So once the car is straight, straighten the wheels and stop. Assess where you are in the road. I can see I'm about a metre away from the pavement. So I'm going to look around the car. And this is the fix for when you're too far away. You're just going to go back in a straight line, roughly 2 car lengths. Keep scanning around, make sure everything's safe. Once you've got about 2 car lengths, you're going to put it back into first. Good look around. And then you're going to turn towards the curb and go forward. And you want to try and give yourself at least a car's length to come back out, or a minimum of half a car. Once you got that point, you're just going to stop. Handbrake goes on and we're close to the curb. So if we can get those reference points bang on, this will work every single time. I'm now going to show you how to do it, or the same manoeuvre, but turning the wheel at the full lock. So this is the one which normally gets a fail on the driving test, because you can't steer the wheel anymore once you've done a full lock. So always give yourself room for fixing things. Good look around. So I'm going to use the same reference points, but now, because I'm doing a full lock, the car's going to go in a lot sharper and it's going to go into a tighter space. So good look around. I can see past the car now. So now I'm going to do a full lock, but I'm using the same reference points. Halfway up the car and the curb, wheels go straight. I've got the triangle on the floor, but remember now, because we've done a full lock, we're going to do a full lock again. But now you can see that the car goes into a tighter space, and it's it is more efficient. You're getting out the way quicker. But if you do that wrong and then you hit the curb, then you need to put one of the fixes in place. So I hope this video has given you a better understanding on how to do the parallel park. YouTube's going to pop a little message up in a second, just to what they think that you might want to watch next. So I hope this has been helpful, and let me know down in the comments if this maneuver has actually helped you. And I'd just like to know if you feel a little bit more confident with it. And when you get your driving test, if you get this manoeuvre, if you'll feel more confident now knowing when to turn the wheel, how much to turn the wheel, and how to control the car. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.